Hello, family watching on YouTube
Hi.
and on Facebook. You are all welcome once again to be with us. And here, once again, we are with our amazing Ezekiel Emmanuel. Ezekiel, you are welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, Auntie.
Should I start calling you prophets, please? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
you can call me Ezekiel, you can call me Prophet. Anyone goes
Prophet,
well.
you are okay. Prophet Ezekiel Emmanuel. We are honored to have you amongst us. Once again. And it is an honor to have our family. I mean, there are people who are diligently tracking with us week after week on Facebook and in YouTube. And we are actually really, really blessed to have such a family out there who are ready and willing to learn along with us. And Ezekiel, how many weeks have we been off? 3 weeks now? A lot of people have been
Yeah,
asked.
I think
A
so.
lot of people have been
Around
asked. Around
yeah,
three
around
weeks.
that time.
Yeah. People are missing you. Where's Ezekiel? What's happening? So it's it's really good to have you back on today. And when I saw the title Rebs, I'm like, yay! Once again, this is going to be power packed. It's going to be full of some really good
Yeah.
nuggets. And I'm
Mhm.
encouraging everyone who has joined us to pay attention. Again, get your notebooks out because Ezekiel is a great teacher. He's coming to teach us. So, Ezekiel, you are welcome.
Thanks so much, Auntie. Thank you for the opportunity. So today is going to be another day that, by God's grace, whatever bad mindset that we children of God shouldn't have are going to be destroyed. Yes, going to be
Mm.
totally destroyed. And the good mindsets that we children of God supposed to have, that we currently have, will be upgraded with new amazing information about the
Amen.
kind of realms that we are in, and even the kind of realms that we operate in, and even the kind of realms that we're not yet operating in that we should operate in.
Mm.
And
Mm.
even
I
before we
like
operate in those, yeah, even before we operate in those realms, we are going to know about some certain realms that we have not known before that actually exist and has always existed. And by God's grace, hopefully, after hearing all the things that God has revealed to me about realms, we'll be able to use the fullness of this power of realms. And we will also be able to control realms more and even create new realms in any world, in any dimension.
that. Right. Okay, Ezekiel, this is amazing introduction, right? You've given us right there. I have a question to ask you. What is the
Okay.
importance of us knowing about the realms today? Why is it
The
important for us to know about the realms?
the importance is that we will be able to know the point that we have reached on a very, very unique and specific level in terms of spiritual activity and also spiritual ascension. The ascension of the spirit part of us, we have to know the point we have reached. And we also have to know how significant that point we have reached is. And we have to know the other realms, the other places in the spirit world that we need to go and claim the power that God has always created, that's always been there for us to own. And also the forces that this universe is not just a universe that has forces that are meant to influence us and our actions and things that come our way. We as gods are also supposed to control the forces that the universe permits to flow and to express and to influence the things that have already been programmed in reality to be expressed. So that is basically the importance of realms. And also, we'll be able to know the origins of any kind of bad activity. We'll be able to know all their origins in the spirit realm and in the spirit world, and even in the dream world and in any dimension.
Okay. I understand. I agree with you that we must know about the realms and then we will know our function in these realms. And you
Yes.
mentioned about this dispensation. So is this particular dispensation, is this what is Father doing in this time that he is beginning to introduce us to these realms?
What God is doing is that He is expressing the powers that are inside of some heavenly realms that He has always created. Because the thing about every realm is that every single realm that any individual come across is actually an ancient realm.
Ah,
Really, every single realm is ancient. They existed before that person's, great grandfather. Really, that's how old realms are. So even between non-sentient realms and sentient realms, all of them have one thing in common. They are ancient. All of
that
them. Even if they're created now, they have ancient power. They
okay.
have ancient
So before
power.
we step into the realms, you mentioned two words, the non-sentient and sentient realm. What are they? Or beings, what are they?
So, a sentient realm is a realm that is fully conscious. The level of consciousness that it has is the kind that is almost human. Almost human. So, it's
Human.
basically 99% human, but not 100% human
So that's
in nature.
the earth realm.
No, not the earth realm, the sentient realm. The
Okay.
non-sentient realm is a realm that is conscious, but its level of consciousness, the nature of its consciousness is not on the sophisticated level of a human, but it is conscious.
Okay.
So to a certain extent, it has a mind of its own.
It has a mind of its own. Okay. All right. Thank you. So now we can start. So
All
what are
right.
the points that you want to talk about?
The points. So
I
the
want to
point.
acknowledge Shana. Shana, you are welcome. Thank you for coming with us. The platforms where Ezekiel can be followed. Okay, so we don't have that available now, but very soon you will have, because Ezekiel is going to talk about some things that will lead you to where to find him. So also we'll put up a post, something to direct people to Ezekiel, your new website and your new Facebook and all the things that you are beginning to put together. And also, we have some very beautiful, nice news for everyone, which will excite you all. And he will mention that
Yeah,
very soon to you. So thank
of
you for
course.
coming, Anna. Right. Okay. Let's go on.
So the first point that is in this topic of realms is what is a realm? Before we go into the different kinds of realm, the ancient realms, the universal realms, even the realms of the dimension of time, before we go into any kind of realm and the powers and level of influence they have, we need to know what a realm actually is. So a realm has so many meanings. It's a kind of broad meaning terminology. So a realm is a domain in which something or someone is dominant. It is
Hmm.
also known as a community or territory over which a sovereign rules.
Okay.
So there are two meanings. Number one is a domain in which something or someone is dominant. So it's like an area that is either something or someone rules over.
Mm-hmm.
you know. And the second meaning even gives it much more descriptive analysis, which is
Okay.
either a community or a territory, but just an area that someone or something rules over it, whether it's a law or a group of law or an
Mhm.
order, just a group of people or constructs in general rule over this area.
Right.
Now, moving on beyond this kind of meanings of this terminology, based on what God has revealed to me, a realm is more deeper than that. A realm is an area that is ruled by something, except that that area itself has a mind of its own. And the thing that rules it is structured in between two things. Let's say its creator or the force that dominates that realm. Now, the creator of a realm is different from the force that dominates that realm, whatever kind of realm that is being talked about, basically, on a generalized scale. Now, the
The,
thing about the difference between
you
the
said
difference between
the creator of the realm is different from the thing that dominates or rule over the realm.
is different from the force
The
that dominates, that basically influences the activity of a realm.
realm.
There is a force within that realm that dominates the activity that that realm itself engages in. And to a
That
certain extent, it looks the same to the creator of a realm, but it's different to a certain unique extent. It's different from the creator of the realm. Now, what is the difference? The difference is that the creators of different kinds of realm can also create a force that will influence the activity of a realm. So it's basically structuring the level of willpower that a realm has. So you're the one that created this realm, and now you're giving it a certain level of willpower, the ability to make decisions, and you're structuring the kind of decisions that it will make. So all these things, that ability is the force that influences that realm. So that force is within the realm. It's like the mind of the realm. So the creator of the realm is different from the mind of the realm. The creator creates the mind of the realm. So the realm now operates to a certain extent on its own, engaging in the things that its creator said it should engage in, and having the mental capacity to do all that has been said by its creator to do.
wow.
So how
Okay,
it goes in,
okay. I like putting things into perception perspective for people who are watching and tracking along with us. So several times you go to Father and there is a chaos going on in your community or somewhere you want to pray about it, and he will tell you it is the heart of the people that is determining the chaos over them.
yeah,
It's the heart of the people. So what we are saying here is that we have authority over the realm in which we live. And
yes,
if the
we
heart
have the
and the
level.
mind of the people are engaged in chaos, we will have chaos. And if the heart and the mind of the people are engaged in love, we will have love. Is
Yes,
that what we are saying? Thank you. I just
yeah,
want to establish that. Good. Thank you.
yeah, we are the force that controls the earth realm. There is a realm of this planet, which can also be called a dimension.
Right.
Now, the thing about this realm is that this realm has a mind of its own, except that this mind of its own is not necessarily produced by this realm. This
Hmm.
force is produced by God. So God gave this force to earth realm. And this force that he gave to earth realm is the man that God created. So we
Right.
are the force that controls this reality. That's why we should not let other forces overpower our own mental force, because there's a force of the mind, which is willpower. And even with willpower alone, we can destroy any kind of evil construct that we ever face in any realm or dimension. We can
Wow.
even control the effects of any other force that is disturbing us, or the ones that we care about, the ones that we love. We are the main force of this earth realm, and we are supposed to rule over this realm. We're supposed to even influence the very nature of this realm in the level that God wants us to. Because the force that came out of the Creator is not supposed to fight against the Creator. It's not supposed to fight against the will of the Creator. Every single thing that we're supposed to do that will influence the nature of how things work are supposed to be in the line of God's will. It's not supposed to be outside of His will. But that's a by the way. But I
Oh,
don't know
that's
if you
a by
understand
the
that.
way. Okay, that's a by the way. I love your by the way introduction because I have. All right, okay. So I understand. So it
Yeah,
is us, our collective force on this earth is what controls this earth. So if we
yeah,
choose to give our realm over to somebody to rule over it, it is our collective choice. If it,
yeah,
I'll bring it down to everybody's understanding. The way I understand it. So let's say we elect a government, and the government is ruling
mm,
over us and is enslaving us. We have elected that government. And that government,
yeah,
we have given them the authority and the power to rule and enslave us. So let's take our individual nations as realms. So we ourselves have chosen this government to rule over us and enslave us, right? The same way,
yeah,
if we hand over our nation or our realm to a good government and they rule over us and we are living in peace and love and oneness and unity, it is still our collective choice, right?
yes,
So this earth is given to all of us as a collective people, and
yes,
our mind and our heart is to come together and decide what we want. And what
yes.
we want is what we end up.
We're supposed to unite as one force, as one collective force. That's why it is said that there is power in the people. There is power in the collective force of humanity. And when humanity as a force is constantly divided, its power would not be as strong as it's supposed to be originally
Mhm.
when all the parts of this force are united.
Wow.
It's like a bullet that is being split, not necessarily in two parts, but in four parts. Imagine a bullet,
Hmm.
not necessarily the capsule, the casing of the bullet, but the
Yeah.
bullet itself. Now, just imagine it being split on a vertical level, and from a vertical level, it's now split on a horizontal scale. So now
Hmm.
this is now four parts. Now,
Hmm.
if a gun shoots one of the small parts of a bullet, will it cause enough damage to the
Hmm.
target? It will not cause any amount of damage to the target, no matter the force of the gun. And consider the gun to be God that
Hmm.
has sent us to rule this realm.
Hmm.
This realm of earth is the target. That's why God has sent us, even as children of God, to the world. And
Hmm.
we, as God's creation, we, as God's offspring, we are supposed to unite. We are not meant to divide unless there wouldn't be an accomplishment on the major scale that they should.
Wow.
It's only when the bullet parts unite that they will be able to give enough damage to the target.
The
Now, I'm
target.
not saying that we're sent to be against the planet, but we are sent to help the planet and to do the things that God has sent us to do on the target, which is this realm. Now,
So
there are lots of other forces.
yeah, so the target in this realm is not for us to destroy it, but for us
Yeah,
to fix it.
to fix it and
Okay.
to accomplish the diversified will of God on this planet. That's
Okay.
why it is said, let thy kingdom come on
And
earth
let
as it is in heaven,
have
to enforce the will of the
thy
Creator
will
as
done.
a collective force on this earth realm. That is it. Because
Okay.
this territory is ruled by God. He is the sovereign ruler. And this sovereign ruler has created a force that will influence earth realm. But moving on, I was talking about what is a realm. So
Okay.
we're still talking about it. So a realm goes deeper than the previous meanings and explanations that I gave, which is a community or territory over which the sovereign rules, or if, or even a domain in which something or someone is dominant. It goes deeper than these two explanations. Based on what God has revealed to me, a realm is even a place that, whether it has a sophisticated consciousness or its own consciousness, level of consciousness is not sophisticated. This realm has a power and authority of its own.
Mm-hmm.
Realms themselves have power and authority. And that's why there are two kinds of forces that operate around realms. There is the force within the realm, and there's a force that comes out of the realm. The force that comes out of the realm is not the same force that was within the realm. There are two forces.
Okay.
So the one that expresses itself out of the realm is the kind that is basically the power of the realm that is being expressed. That is the force. Because how realms operate is that they influence their target. Now,
Okay.
we have skipped from realms being a target to realms influencing other targets. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Now, apart from Earth realm, there are so many kinds of realms out there, even within the spirit realm. The spirit realm is a world of realms. It's an inter-universal world of realms. So many realms, way bigger than the entirety of space, which is expanding even. So just think about how big the spirit realm is. I know the spirit realm is a world of realms. So the thing about realms is that it depends on the level of power that is given to that realm by its creator that will determine the level of influence that the force that is produced by that realm will have.
Right.
Let me say what I said again. It depends on the level of power that the creator of the world invests in that
That's
sentient realm that will determine the level of influence that the force that's produced by that realm will have.
so every
Meaning
realm
that,
has its own level of power.
yes,
Every realm has its
everyone,
own level of power, and your operation or your function depends on the level of power that has been given to you as a realm to use
yeah,
as a target in your realm to fix things.
yeah,
Okay.
of course. So the thing is that we human beings, we are not necessarily realms, we are more like forces. We are sentient forces that can operate on a personal level and also on a collective level. So every single force, every single smaller force is also very powerful, apart from the bigger power that we as a collective force generate. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so. Please repeat that
So I said that apart from us being a collective force,
yes.
as the general human race,
Mm-hmm.
the different human individuals are also forces themselves. And the force that they are as individuals is also extremely powerful.
Powerful. So we our force as a collective is powerful, yet our force as individuals is also extremely powerful. So just as
Yes,
we can use our force as a collective to achieve what we've been made to achieve, we can also use our individual force to achieve what we individually want.
yeah,
Good. I get
in
it.
any dimension.
In any dimension, an
Yes,
individual
and
can
in any
use
timeline.
individual force to achieve whatever they wish self to achieve
Yeah.
on dimension. Amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I get that.
So, moving on concerning this thing about realms, there are other realms that even rule over huge amount of realms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, most of these realms are even created by human beings, which are very, very, very powerful sentient forces. Just
Mm.
think about it. Other realms that have huge amount of power that has been invested in them, that's now ruling over the other realms that other sentient forces, creator spirit forces, rule over. Now, I've said this thing before. I'm sure I've said this thing before about how our lives in the spirit world is in the form of realms. So there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times that the kind of force that disturbs our timeline and the sequence of events, the multi sequences of events that usually express themselves in our own timeline, in our own life. In basic terminology, there is another force that usually causes some certain things that are not supposed to happen, most of which is negative things. Now, the thing about this negative
Wow.
force is
Hmm.
that it's not every
Ezekiel,
time that this.
Ezekiel, you've said something very important here. So I'll pick on it before we move on. That
Okay,
we create realms ourselves.
yeah,
When we create these realms, forces can take over those realms and rule over us.
yeah,
Right. Okay. For my students who are online, remember the various gates we talk about, the gate in your spirit, the gate in your soul, the gate in your body. When you create these realms and you give the authority to other beings to reign and rule over your realm that you have created, they take over and they control you on the earth, right?
yes,
Good. Thank you.
that is it. And not
Uh,
just the realms that we create, but the realms that your life represents.
hmm.
Because your life in the spirit world and in the dream world and in every other realm, dimension, or plane of existence is in the form of a realm. Your life is in the form of a realm. In every other dimension or reality or even plane of existence, it's all in the form of a realm. So that
Wow.
means that your life is also a realm that you as a force must rule over and you must protect. How you can protect them is also by creating realms, because you can even create positive realms and you can create negative realms. You can create a negative realm and invest a huge amount of power in that realm. And how you do that is by the thoughts that you think. Your thoughts and even your aura can even create huge amounts of realms that have huge amount of power. You can even create realms from the amount of times that you even fall into sin. That is why it is not good to backslide. Whether it's something that you do consciously or this one you're classifying it to be an unconscious backsliding sequence or a subconscious backsliding sequence. All of these things create realms, and these realms will now take that negative energy and use it as fuel. So it will now be the power that will work within them and will also be the power that they will express that will now be an influencing force that will influence the amount of times that miracles occur in one's life, or even the amount of times that positive life-changing events will occur in a person's life. Realms are also the things that are behind curses and blessings. When a person is blessed by God, it is not just a singular thing, but it is a bank of blessings that God has given. Because with everything that God gives that looks like it's one thing or is a certain small amount of things, all those things that you might think, let's say they're in the form of five blessings that you have received from God, that you just knew in your spirit that God has given you five blessings. It's more than that number five, because those number five, that five amount of blessings are actually realms of different kinds of miraculous activity that you can express in your life. And also, there is a kind of force that is called miracle force. And this is the kind of force that blessing realms emit. So this can be a kind of force that you employ that these realms will constantly use to influence your life. But
Said
unfortunately, a lot
It's
of
a,
people don't do that.
you said it's a realm that's what who emits.
It is a force, this miracle force. There's a
Mhm,
miracle force, and
mhm.
it's a kind of force that causes any kind of activity to turn out to be miraculous.
Right.
So, meaning that there will be something special that will occur in any kind of activity one can ever engage in that is in the will of God for the individual to engage. So, this
And
force is produced by blessing realms. There are realms that are named blessing. And these realms, they are basically the blessings that we receive from God. When you're in the presence of God and you just receive this revelation that God has blessed you, whether it's a singular blessing or it's a blessing that is more than one, no matter the amount of blessing, whether you know the specific amount of blessing or you just know that there are multiple blessings that God has given you, what you have to know is that the amount of blessings that have been given to you are way more than the specific number of blessings that you have received in form of revelation from God. It's way more than five. It's way more than 15. It's way more than 20 blessings that God has given you. They are all realms, they are all bands of blessings. And
so
you have the
every
access
gift,
to those realms.
every gift and blessing you receive from God, there are different layers to it. There are
Yes,
different
there are
layers
different layers.
of them, and they are also realms. These blessings
Yeah,
are also realms in which you step into.
yeah.
Okay.
And also, there are also realms. They are also realms that have this kind of force that they produce that even outside of every kind of miraculous activity that is within these realms that are named blessings, any other thing that you engage in, let's say like your business or any other way you use it to make money that is in the will of God for you as an individual to make money. And the truth is that this force will influence that activity that you're engaging in and make a lot of miracles to come out of it. That is the thing. So using the force of a blessing realm is different from the huge amount of miracles that are within a blessing realm. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. So in the
Yeah.
blessing realm, it's not just the blessings that you receive, but the blessings are full of miracles. So they like
Mm.
there are multiple facets of the blessing that come. So let's say you receive a blessing which is peace or freedom.
Yeah.
It's a realm. You step into this peace or this freedom and you receive multiple gifts in
Yeah. You
there.
receive multiple gifts, you receive multiple miracles, and also the force that is produced by this realm that is named peace. This peace realm, the force that peace realm produces is known as the force of peace. So
Right.
the unique thing about this peace force is that you can even employ it in prayer to turn any activity that will ever come your way or that you ever engage in to be peaceful. So whether you're driving, it will be peaceful. Whether you're traveling, everything that you're going to do in that journey will be peaceful. Even if it's a hard time that other people are saying, this season that the entire human race is in is a season of toil, to you, it will be peace. Why? Because the force that is operating in your own timeline is different from the force that is operating in the rest of humanity. And this force, to be specific, based on the example you gave, is known as the force of peace that comes from the realm of peace, which is in the form of a blessing that God has given you.
Amazing.
So, do you understand?
I really understand that. because this morning we went to pray for Israel, and so many things came up when we were praying. But at one point, the Lord said, declare peace over the Middle East, not over Israel, over the Middle East, over both parties. So we started declaring peace, and then we had to declare love. So what you are saying now, these two realms of peace and love has been sent to that place. And once they have been sent, they have a right to rule and reign over the chaos on the land.
Mm.
Example.
They have
Thank
the
you.
authority.
They have the authority. Wow. Okay. Claire.
And now, by declaring it over the Middle East, the thing that will occur there in the realm of the spirit and the dream world, and even in this physical realm and dimension, is that no matter the activity that any country, that any nation in the Middle East will ever engage in, even in every individual's life that is in the Middle East, all their lives and all their actions, all the activity that everyone will engage in the Middle East is the kind that will be influenced by the force of peace. So whether they are fighting or they're running or they're in anything that they're doing, there's a force that will influence their actions, will influence their thoughts, will influence their motives of both parties that are in this war. And even the ones that are not in the war, the ones that are not even fighting, or even the ones that are not in the both regions of the parties, but they are in the general Middle East. All their actions will be influenced by this force of peace and love. So it will be expressed in every part of their life.
Amazing. Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. All right. It's established, it's real. Going on now. Amazing.
So now I'm done with this point about what is a realm. So now we move to the different kinds of realms in the spirit world. Now, there's so many kinds of realms in the spirit world, so many kinds. In fact, it's more than a trillion. So I'm just going to say as much as I can, and I'm going to tell you all the activities based on what God has revealed to me. So I want to let you know that there are realms, that even the realm that has the smallest amount of power. Do you know what that realm can do in the spirit world? Because I'm starting with classes. Now, the smallest kind of realm that has the smallest amount of power, that realm can turn someone who is perfectly fine in terms of health to be very, very, very sick, to have a very, very, very unique sickness, a sickness that a lot of doctors aren't familiar with in all the parts of the world. And this will occur in the span of a day, in less than a day. That will just, that force, that realm that has that small amount of power. In fact, the smallest kind of realm that has the smallest kind of power in the spirit world, this is what it can do. It can change the health case of a person that has never had any kind of horrible sickness or infection in his or entire life. In less than a day, that person will have a very, very sick case. And this is something that the smallest realm in the spirit world can effortlessly do. Now, this is the smallest realm in the spirit world that has the smallest kind of power. But look at what it's able to do. Now, what about the realm that is above that? I want to let you know that there are realms that are assigned to rule over lands. There are realms that are assigned to rule over generations. There are realms that are assigned to rule over places of government, governmental areas. There are also realms that are assigned to rule over the entire presidency. In fact, even the presidential chair, there are realms that govern that chair. in the spirit world. Not just who gets to sit on the presidential chair, but also how that president is going to rule that nation or community or kingdom or country. That is it. So these
Wow.
realms, whenever they rule over something, they control all that happens, both good things and both bad things and both
Exactly.
ugly things and
Wow.
both weird things. Every kind of thing that can ever happen. The realm influences it. It controls all of it. And even how long any kind of activity will happen. A
Wow.
realm can amplify the timeline, the time length of a ruler, especially
Hmm.
the realm that rules over the chair of authority of all the rulers that have
Wow.
ever ruled a certain
This
place.
this so explains something. I want to put it into perspective once again for everyone. During the last American election, we heard of the chaos that was coming up. So we were praying about it, and we went into the realms of the heaven to legislate. And when we got there, we were told that you are legislating wrongly because these people, the heart of the nation has it's like it's shifted, it's changed what was meant to be. The heart of the people has changed what was meant to be. And what is now going to be established, when that is established, there's going to be more chaos in the whole earth. But we have to stand in and continue to pray until it comes to an end. This explains what you are saying so well. There are different
Yeah.
realms that comes with different people or different
Mhm.
governments or different representatives of the collective. So a
Yeah.
realm of peace could come with one person, or a realm of chaos and confusion could come with the other. And so
Yeah.
now we who were with the Father and He revealed this to us came to understand that the person we thought was going to win wasn't going to. And the person who was going to come on is going to come on, and He showed us what was going to come. And all the things He showed us are panning out right now, right in front of us, and we are all seeing it. So a realm can come with a person or a government, depending on the heart of the people who are in that government or with that person. That's what you are saying,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, that is it. That is it. Exactly. Because the thing is that, just like what you were saying before, let me give a different analogy that's similar to what you just said. Let's say there are two main parties. It's election time in a certain country. So there's a party that is voting for a person, and there is this other party that is voting for another person. Now the thing is that since it's they are all human beings, which are creator spirits who have extreme power in every realm, dimension, and world, they are automatically creating realms. Now these realms will now influence time itself. So let's say the party A, which is voting for the president, for the person, for an elected person that his own name starts with A. So this first party that its own name starts with A is voting for this person that his name starts with A. And now there is this other party that is voting for a person that his name starts with B. And that party, their own name of their own group also start with B. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the thing is that they're now fighting, saying that this president A is better, B is better, and they're always quarreling with each other to the extent that there are some street fights here and there. And now, since they are human beings, they are now creating lots of realms. And now these realms, they are now competing with each other, seeing the one, looking for the one that will have much, much stronger force between them. So
Mhm.
if the passion in the physical realm, the passion of the party A is stronger than the passion, the mental passion that is in party B, then the force that Party A has created will have much more influence and power than the force and the realm of Party B. So
Wow.
that means that the first realm of letter A will now rule over the realm that's been created by Party B. Do you understand? And
Yes, I
now, the thing is that this realm will not just capture this other realm, but the realm A will even control how long this their own elected ruler will rule over the nation, regardless of the laws that have been put and the amount of time that's been put for any ruler to rule over the nation. Let's say it's 8 years, or let's say it's 6 years, or let's say it's 5 years, or even the smallest logical number, 4 years. But because of the amount of passion that is within the party A, it can even be extended. Instead of 4 years, it will be 6 years, it will be 7 years,
right.
leading to a certain level of corruption. So you see, just because of the passion of these creator spirits of party A, they have now created a realm that now has influencing power to change ancient laws of that nation
Wow.
because of the amount of influencing force that is given to this realm. So that is basically an expression of things that usually go on in the real world.
Wow. Amazing.
That's the
Thank you.
thing that goes on.
That is clear enough. That makes sense. I believe it's clear for everyone. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So going back to what I was saying about different kinds of realms in the spirit world, there are the realms that rule over the state of the economy. In
Right.
fact, the entire economy of a people, of a village, to even a city, to even a nation, to even a continent. There are realms that rule over the economic space of an entire continent. And there are also realms, now mind you, there are also realms that even rule over every other kind of smaller realm that is in the arms of government. Now, the thing about these realms that I'm specifically talking about is that these realms, there are also realms out there in the spirit world that rule over the entire world. Do you know that there are a lot of realms that aren't good that rule over the entire world? Now, what makes this rounds, one of the things that makes this rounds not to be good is the amount of evil that a lot of other forces have done inside of this realm, thus
Right.
influencing the vibration that is of the realm. Do you get it? Like when evil is done in places of government,
Mm-hmm.
even involving the identification of governments, even involving the activity of governments. When evil is done in governmental areas, whether it is evil that is done in the physical realm, or in the spirit world, or in any other realm or dimension, as far as it involves places of power, whether it's continental power, or national power, or village power, or city power, or even global power, there will be a corruption of the vibration of
Right.
even the realm that rules over the world. Now, to let you know that there are a lot of people that are in a lot of prominent position that knows this hidden ancient truth about realms. Now, what these people that are in places of power, political places of power, what they do is that they do a lot of sacrifices that will influence the nature of the realm, that will influence the real power of this realm, and will make that realm to fight for them and to make sure that they reach a higher position. That is
So,
what goes on.
so who do they
So
make the sacrifices to? They make sacrifices to realms that they want to engage in their ruling.
actually, that is the case. That is it.
That
Because every realm needs more power. Every realm, they all need more power. Power is their food. It's like a person that woke up and the person is hungry. as a human being, just like how biological life forms need food to
We need
survive. That
energy.
is how
Yeah.
realms are. That
So
is
just
how
as
realms are.
we individually need energy, they also
Yeah,
need energy to survive. So
they
for
need
them,
more energy.
for you to be able to employ them to do something for you, you have to do a sacrifice. And
Yeah,
what kind of sacrifices are we talking about?
the kind of sacrifices can even range from blood sacrifice, whether of a human being or any kind of life form, really. But the truth is, that is the evil, corrupted way of ruling over some certain realms. You
Right.
know, there is the original divine way, which is what God has revealed to me. And the original way is by asking for it in prayer. Because remember, there is a highest realm that goes beyond global rulership. There's a higher realm that goes beyond global rulership. There's even a higher realm that goes beyond inter-universal rulership. There is a realm that rules over the entire dimension, over every other dimension, and even rules over the entirety of time and different kinds of time and different dimensions that even contain other dimensions that are over this dimension. So just think about the level of this realm that owns every other dimension and realm. Now, do you know what this realm is? Who this realm belongs to? This realm belongs to Christ. Christ rules over this realm. And it is already written that we are seated with Christ in the heavenly places. This is a realm that is called the heavenly realm. I want to let you know that heaven is actually different from the place that is classified as heavenly realms.
Right.
It
Okay.
doesn't necessarily mean, based on what God has revealed to me, it doesn't necessarily mean okay, the realms that are in heaven dimension or in heaven galaxy. No, it doesn't necessarily mean in heaven. In fact, there are certain areas of the spirit world that is where you will find these heavenly realms. These realms that are classified to be heavenly. Now, the reason why they're classified to be heavenly is because of the level of their power. It's godlike, the level of power that these realms have. Now, the thing about these highest realms is that God created these highest realms and He gave these realms to His sons. And the keys to these realms that was once used for corrupt purposes to unlock ancient kinds of wisdom. So instead of using it for corrupt purposes, Yeshua sacrificed himself and he took those keys and he used those keys to enter into those highest heavenly realms. And we are seated with him in those heavenly realms. So that means that we should not, do bad things just to fight for realms that will give us global or national or village or city or even business level of rulership. Why? Because we as children of God, we rule over realms that are beyond global areas, global land in terms of authority and range. In basic terminology, the kind of realms that we rule over as children of God, the kind of realms that we are in, is the realms that rule over the realms that rule over the entire world. So that means that as a child of God, world dominance is a normal thing. It's not something that's supposed to be once in a blue moon in your generation or even among your siblings. You all, as children of God, we all actually, because I'm a child of God by God's grace, we are supposed to rule over the world. And even beyond the world, we're supposed to rule every single world that exists. That's why it is said that every knee shall bow. No matter the realm, every realm bows at the mention of the name of Yeshua. And since we're meant to be like him, every realm is supposed to bow to the supreme leadership that is not just given to Christ, but also to us. as the offspring of God. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
So
is it.
there are realms that we talked about before, and then there are the heavenly realms where Christ Yeshua is the King of Kings of, where we are seated with Him. And in that realm, we have the keys and authority to rule over all other realms that we have been given authority over.
Yes.
So, for instance, if there is corruption, if there is a realm in me where there is corruption, I can go into that realm and drive out corruption from that realm and instill the power and authority of Christ Yeshua in that realm.
Yes.
So he
You
will
can
rule
even
and reign
change.
in that realm.
Yeah.
Good.
You can
But
even change. You
sorry,
can change the. Yeah, I was saying that you can even change that realm of corruption from being a realm of corruption to being a realm of justice. You can
okay.
change any kind of realm that is in existence. And even realms that are about to be in existence, we can control all those kinds of realms. Yes, we can control every kind of realm,
For those
every
of you
kind.
who are watching, this is very, very important. And I'm really excited because of the work we do with people, the sessions we do with people. And you have to sometimes travel the timeline to various aspects of your life where you actually created a realm of depression or a realm of unforgiveness or a realm of abuse or a realm of murder. And that realm exists because you created it. And
Yeah,
somebody is given the authority to rule over that realm until you expose that realm, what you have done there, or what has been done in your bloodline, until you expose it and you install or enthrone Yeshua, Christ, over that realm. So he himself can drive out or train you to drive out anything in that realm so you can begin to rule with him on that mountain, right?
yes,
Okay. I'm
that
glad I have
is it.
some of my students here. They are listening because this just
Yeah,
confirms a lot of things for us that within us are the mountains that rule in our life. With the mountains, I'm talking about places of authority and government. So these mountains that rule in us, we have to identify who is seated on them and
yeah.
drive them out and enthrone
Mm.
Christ on that mountain because he has the keys to all the dimensions and the realms.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm loving this.
Now,
Please.
let me tell you something.
Okay.
There are things about the realms of authority, the huge realms of authority, the realms that, in terms of ranking, they are very high, especially the ones that, whether they're in the area of politics or they're in the area of ownership of huge amount of lands, or even let's say you have been made to be the chief. Let's say you are in a royal family. I know that the things that you do in that structure of authority is very evil. The things that they have done, not just to the people or even to the environment, all the things that they have done. Or let's say a huge part of the things that they engage in this structure of authority is evil. And they're saying before you truly embrace this level of authority that they're giving you over a certain area of town, that you have to, sacrifice the blood of a creature, let's say it's human being or not. So instead of going to do that, and let's say it's God's will for you to be a chief over these people, but you don't want to do blood sacrifice. Now, the kind of sacrifice that you have to do is that in prayer, all you have to do is to share the blood of Christ, put the blood of Christ in all those realms of authority. Let them take the blood of Christ and let the blood of Christ cleanse those realms of all the evil that have been done in all those realms, so that those realms will become purified realms of authority and not corrupted realms of authority. That is the
Wow.
original kind of sacrifice that we're meant to do, even in order to claim high levels of political power. We do not need to corrupt ourselves before we enter corrupted realms. Instead, we can restore all these corrupted realms by accepting the original sacrifice, which is the sacrifice of Yeshua, and using his blood to cleanse those high ranking realms of political power. So, a much more advanced realm of political power that you and your own offspring will own. Yes,
Wow.
because it depends on the force that is influencing that realm that will determine who that realm will belong to.
I'm
There's
going
a
to
difference between,
sorry,
you're saying,
I was going to put this into perspectives because I want you to one of the realms I know you are going to talk about is the dream realm, because
yeah,
I've had
the
experiences in
dream.
my dreams where I have been in one particular realm over and over and over and over again. And then one of the days, somebody said to me, if you keep going there and you don't like it, just ask for the blood of Yeshua to open the gate or the way and show you the way out of that realm. And in fact, before the person said it, I had an experience in the dream where I said in the dream that today I'm getting out of here. And I did step out. And when I got to the threshold, there was this huge um, structure of a being. It wasn't flesh, it was like a metal being there. And I just called Yeshua to carry me through. And he did. And ever since that, I never saw myself in that realm. Now, what has been done there? When that person told me, I realized that what was done there was the blood was offered at that threshold, and I was able to overcome whatever was there and step out of that realm. Amazing. This is in a dream
Yeah,
realm. So we may know or may not know what realms are within us, but we feel it in our body. We know when things are not right within us and when things are not right in our daily life. For instance, we may be operating a realm of poverty and it's reflecting in our daily life, or in a realm of sickness and it's reflecting. And one big thing is the COVID that came. It was a realm that was
yeah,
open over us, right? And we all
yeah.
embraced it and stepped into it.
It's a realm that its gates were enlarging, and it's a realm that was transferred from the spirit world to the physical world to rule over the creator spirit forces, which is human beings, so that even years, not just months, not just weeks, but entire years have passed, and people are still operating in that realm as if it's a spell that has been cast upon them. But this is something that is greater than the force of spells. This is the influencing force of the realm of COVID that is still influencing people's perspective about their past, about their present, about their past capabilities and prowess, even about their present capabilities and prowess, and even about the things they could potentially do in the future, all because of COVID.
It's
As
very
if
interesting.
COVID was a beginner of them not being their best. That was basically the vibration behind the realm of COVID that a lot of people were operating in.
So
But
it
people
came
can
to
still make the decision.
wow. It came to establish fear. It came to establish confusion. It came to establish a lot of things. And
That
what
was
you
the source
that was the force. That is
of
so
the realm.
interesting because now we are getting letters from our GPs to come and take COVID injection. It has now replaced what we used to call the flu injection, which means that this realm has been established and they need us to fuel it by agreeing to it and continuing to take the injection constantly, right?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
That
So
is
this is
it.
just an example of how realms come to be established over us, and then we just embrace it without questioning, and then we start tracking along with it. We did that with the flu injection. We did that with a lot of injections. When babies are born, we are allowed to put so many pins into them, so many needles into them, and then as we go along, we a lot of the things that we call the mountains of the earth are actually systems that human beings have created, and a lot of these systems
Yeah,
are connected systems, and realms rule over them and enslave us.
that is it. That is
Amazing.
it. Exactly.
Ezekiel, you are just too good. Please continue. Thank you.
By God's grace. So, moving on concerning the different kinds of spirits, the different kinds of realms, the different kinds of realms in the spirit world. You also have to know, apart from the areas of power and authority over a certain amount of area or land or community, you have to know that there are also realms in marriage. I want to let you know that just like how in the spirit there are deeper realms that you can access, your marriage is also a sequence of realms that are meant to access the deeper and sweeter parts of. That is it. Just like how in the presence of God there are deeper realms you must access. That is how it is in your marriage. Because you are more than just normal human beings who love God and love Christ and also love each other, as a couple. It's way more than that. You are God's, and just like how you love God endlessly, and you want to explore all the parts, all the realms of His presence. That is the same thing with your partner. You are meant to go into all the deepest realms, which are endless, and you must explore all the amazing things you can get from there. Because what you have to know is that part of the blessings that can be achieved by accessing the different deepest realms of the presence of God. There is also the blessings you can get from your own partner in marriage. A lot of amazing blessings you can get from that partner by accessing the deepest realms of the presence of your partner. That is it. So there are
That is
even realms in marriage.
that's a bit unclear. By assessing the realm of your partner or of your marriage.
The truth is that in your marriage, there is a unity of realms, which is the realms of your own presence and
Yes.
also the realms of your partner's presence. So it's basically the same thing as in marriage. It's the
Right.
same thing in marriage.
Shall become one.
Because
Two
we're talking
realms.
about the marriage, what?
I'm saying the two realms merge.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's basically marriage. What is the marriage? The marriage is the special connection you two have with each other. It's not like as if it's an alien thing that you two share. It's basically you guys and a lot of advanced forces that you guys have bonded yourself with by becoming one flesh by
Okay.
the grace of God. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now.
Yes, I do.
So I was saying that there are also realms that even both of you also access in your marriage.
Mhm.
Now, how do you access these deeper realms? What is the benefit even of accessing these deeper realms? Now, the benefit of accessing these deeper realms is that there are some blessings that are earned. There's a difference between blessings that come by grace and blessings that you earn. How you earn is the amplification of the fellowship you have with your partner. There are some blessings that are earned from that. A lot of blessings that can lead to a lot of amazing wonders happening in your business and happening in every other part of your life. A lot of amazing positive events happening. Now, you might think that, okay, this is a blessing from God, an amazing wonder that God has just done in my life. But it's not every time that it's directly from God Himself. There are times that this is a blessing that has been earned, that you have earned from the increment in the fellowship that you have with your partner. Because what you have to know is that there are blessings that are under your command as a God. And those blessings are now released to people who have a certain level of connection and fellowship with you. Do you
Wow.
understand?
Yeah, yeah. So when
That is
you are
it.
connected right with your partner and with your friend, as you are speaking, I'm listening. I'm looking at friends and family as well. The connecting with people the right way actually releases blessings onto into the relationship. That's what we are saying.
Yes,
It releases
yes,
blessing because the blessings are already there. But the way
yeah.
you connect to each other, the way you honor and respect each other releases the natural blessings into the relationship.
Yes, the way you also love each other.
The
That
way you
is it.
love each other.
The
Wow.
expressions of your love.
Amazing.
The
Now somebody
cleanliness of it.
mentioned assessing each other's realm. I think that is that could cause a lot of troubles because one would think to go into somebody's realm may be a bit like witchcraft. I know what we are doing is very, very
Uh, I
ritual.
wouldn't actually take it that way, really.
How do you assess? Because if your heart is not in the right place and you have wickedness in your heart and you are aware that you can actually assess each other's realm, can you imagine what we could do? It's like somebody waiting to hear the husband's phone beep and they go and look into their phone and check what is on the phone. They are going to his realm, aren't they? But we are talking
Oh,
about
definitely. I think I understand. I think I
righteous
understand.
connection.
Okay.
When we are
The
connected righteous,
truth is,
we are given the
the truth
opportunity
is,
to assess each other's realm. However, if we are connected wrongly, we can still assess each other's realm and cause commotion, right?
yeah, you can. Although it depends. Now you
Okay.
might be wondering, what do I mean by it depends? What it depends on is it depends on the laws that you put on the realms of your being that your partner will access. Yes, you put laws. You must learn to put laws. Now, what are the laws? For example, the realms of blessings or the realms of positive activities happening in your own life. You put laws that any person who is very close to me, even if he's the closest human being to me, i.e., your partner,
Right.
this, even if that person enters your realm, make sure that the person has a good mindset, the mindset that you want that your partner to have. Unless if he doesn't have that mindset, that your partner is not going to access your realm and take its amazing blessings. You understand? So you put laws, for example, in the realm of peace that you own. You set laws. If he's going to take the peace blessing of this realm of peace that belongs to me, before he's able to do that, he has to have the mindset of peace, or she has to have the mindset of peace before she takes the peace blessing so that the peace, the work of the blessing of peace, will not be null and void. Because how can the blessing of peace be expressed when there's no mindset of peace that will allow it to work in the person's mental realm, apart from the other parts of the person's life? The best place for it to take action is the mind before any other place. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. So it has to start from your mind. You have to
Yeah,
choose your will to actually give out this blessing of peace. So I'm going to, everything that Father is doing with us, it starts from a small level and then expands it to a larger level. So, like I said this morning, we went to pray for Israel, for the Middle East, both Israel and the Palestinians. We prayed for them, and we were asked
yeah,
to send peace and love and grace and mercy to that region, which we did. Now, the same way in your marriage, from what you are saying, we should be able to appropriate the same. So it's like we are framing our marriage or our relationship in peace and love and mercy and grace. And what you
that
speak
is it.
to it is what you will receive, right? And we have to
Yes,
be that. And somebody is asking, how would you access each other's realm? I guess you were on the line this morning, Comfort, weren't you? Just as we did, we went into the realm of the spirit, we went before Father and we prayed over this region the same way we taught you about the mountains, your own mountains. Your marriage is a mountain, it's your jurisdiction, your marriage, your family, your relationship is your jurisdiction. So you sit on your mountain with the Shua and you declare peace and love and mercy and grace
yeah,
over your mountain, which is your family mountain, your marriage mountain, and whatever you declare, you believe that it is established, and it is established because, like he said, the blessings of marriage, the blessings of family, the blessings of relationship is already given.
of course, it is. It
Okay.
definitely is.
All
Most
right.
definitely is.
I don't know if you have anything to add to her question. She asked, how would you access each other's realms?
Well, how you do that is by the level of fellowship that you have with the person. I already answered it even before she asked the question. Yes, by fellowship, because there's something that we as children of God we usually do, which is we want to get the good stuff, the blessings, but are we willing to do all the things that we're supposed to do as children of God in order to get it? Because there is the blessings of grace that's given to us, even whether we're asking for it or not. And then there are the blessings that you earn by the fellowship and love that you give. Are you a kind of person who quarrels a lot, or just because you are fed up about something that your partner did, you actually have this kind of mindset that then he too should not feel well, or he should not have this kind of peaceful mind, or should not have this kind of peaceful environment whenever he's around you, whether he or she is around you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I do
You should not
understand
be
what
the kind of person that loves quarreling just to make the other partner to not have that atmosphere of peace, that physical atmosphere of peace. Because
yeah.
when you have that kind of mindset and you are not matured enough to be able to make sure that whether you guys understand each other or not, the level of love that you have for him will be expressed in the area of communication and in every other area. And you show that level of intimacy with your partner. That is even enough to solve any reason for quarrel or any kind of quarrel. And that is enough for you to earn the blessing.
Wow.
Because even by your fellowship with a partner already takes you in the realm of the spirit to the realm of that partner. You understand? So even this goes beyond, okay, you just kneel down and pray and you say, I access the realm of my partner. This even goes beyond that. Not saying you cannot access it in prayer and take the blessing. You can take the blessing, but there are also other better ways to even do it apart from just praying. It's also by your actions. That's why it is said, by your fruits you shall know them.
Mm. Mm.
So,
So your
any
mind,
other question?
yeah, so your mindset can influence that relationship that you have with your partner. Your mindset can bring blessings or bring, and I have shared this with my students several times when I was asked by Holy Spirit to do something with my husband and I said no. He is the one who offended me, so I wasn't going to do it. He's like, the Holy Spirit is like, really? You are going to do this? And I struggled, but he insisted on me doing it. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, soon after that, what happened was just mind boggling. All that I thought, the chaos in my mind, just all went away. It was a very simple act of giving, just a simple act. But as soon as I did it, all the chaos that was going on in my mind and the plans that I was building up in my the construct, the plan that I was constructing just fell apart. And so this really
Wow.
makes sense that we have to pay attention to the promptings of the Holy Spirit, even in our relationship and in our marriage. We don't look out for the other to fall. We have to work together to make it work because that is how we are able to assess the giftings and the realms of each other by just operating together in oneness. Amazing. Thank you very much. I'll let you continue now.
Yes, that is it. So I'm just going to try to be as fast as possible. I have a lot
Okay.
of things around that I really,
Oh,
really need to discuss. So,
okay.
apart from, so now we move on from different kinds of realms in the spirit world to different kinds of realms in the dream world. So, the dream world is a world that is as powerful as the spirit world, except that the dream world, has some certain unique kind of energies that is connected to the mind. Now, the dream world is also known as the world of dreams, of dreaming itself, the act of dreaming, and everything that occurs in the dream, and every kind of entity that is in the world in which dreams are fabricated. You understand? Now,
Yeah.
what you have to know is that just like how in the spirit world, a person's life is represented in the form of a realm. That is how it is in the dream world. Except
Mm.
that instead of you taking the form of a spirit in the spirit world, you are in the form, you actually have an avatar that your spirit is clothed with. That is it. You have an avatar. So, in order for any evil power to attack the spirit, the human spirit, that evil entity must connect with the energy of the avatar of that human spirit. That is it.
Mm.
So, the thing about the realms in the dream world is that apart from the realms that represent people's life in the dream world, there are also realms of power. There are realms of power you can access in the dream world. You can even transfer those realms of advanced power to your own realm so that your realm will become much more powerful. So that everything that you do in your life will have much more effect on how things will turn out to be in your life. What you have to understand is that these other realms in the dream world that are not representative of your life, that have lots of power, they're also called realm power generators. So they are realms themselves that generate power that other realms can use and other entities can use. So just think about it. This is like a bank that does not have a password. A
The dream,
bank that is,
the dream
yeah,
world
in
is
the
like a
dream world.
bank without a password.
No, not the dream world itself, but the specific realm that is known as power generators.
Right.
Specifically, those kind of realms, they generate any amount of power that any entity or any other realm needs.
Hmm.
So, this is a kind of realm that any believer that wants the decision he makes in life to influence the rate of miracles coming in their day or even in their night or in any part of their life to, increase, they should pray this prayer of the realms that are known as power generators in the dream world, bonding to bond with their own realm. Because when it bonds with their own realm, there are a lot of things that start to change in their life.
So
A lot of
are these power realms positive realms?
costly.
Are they positive realms? The power realm, are they positive realms where you can engage and receive power?
Well, the thing is that there are three kind of these specific realms that I'm talking about. That is power generators. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
there is the one that generates that has neither positive nor negative energy as its
Okay.
own base vibrational power, meaning that this realm that is sentient is neither negative or positive, meaning it is not good or bad, but it generates power for both classes.
Okay.
And now there is the realm in the dream world that generates only positive power that will help people who have a positive mindset and positive intents and also positive missions and also plan to live life positively and
Okay.
also have a positive destiny in terms of what they want to accomplish as their main purpose in life. You
Mm.
understand? So it's only for positive people. So if you're someone who is generally positive, but there are a lot of times that you engage in negative habits, you have these negative habits, then the level of power you will get from this specific realm in the dream world that is only for positive people, you'll not get as much power that you need to get,
Mm. Right.
really. And now
Okay.
there's also the negative one, which generates negative energy for evil people.
Right.
That is it. And the
So,
thing about,
so
okay,
um
you ask, Yeah.
Yeah, how do you consciously engage this realm of power in your sleep or in your dream world?
Before you sleep, make sure you pray that let your own realm bond with the realm of power, the realm that is known as power generators, that is neither positive nor negative. Because
Right.
I'm sure lots of people will not take the risk of, going to the power, bonding the power that only supplies advanced energy unless the person is a positive person. That person has never engaged in negative stuff at all. Because that is basically how a specific kind of realms in the dream world are. That is it.
Okay, I'm going to ask give a specific example. I remember when I started years when I started this journey and I had to go through a lot of transformation and change. I was having a lot of dreams that were to me very terrible, horrible dreams because I did not understand it. And then later I was made aware that it was connected to the royal bloodline in me. And so I had to deal with the issues in the royal bloodline. Now, I remember sessions were done on me, and then I was told that when you're going to sleep, ensure that you call for a canopy of angels over you and ensure that you step into Yeshua and allow him to brood over you in your sleep. It helped, but the dreams continued. So as I
Mm,
continued to pray, I realized or I received revelation that these were things that were being revealed to me so I could deal with them in my bloodline because I
mm,
was progressing. They had to be dealt with in order for me to move from glory to glory.
mm,
I know a lot of people can identify with this because we have dreams that sometimes you wake up and I have blockbuster dreams. You wake up and you're like, oh my God, not again. I really don't want to have this dream again. Now, where are these dreams coming from and why are we having these dreams?
Why? Why that happens is because of so many reasons. One of the reasons is that there could be a certain action that you are taking in the physical realm that is influencing the base energy that is in your own realm in the dream world. Now, the deal is that we are creator spirits, and what a million negative energy power generating realms in the dream world cannot do, we as creator spirits, we can do it by taking a single thought, by generating a single thought, or by generating a single word, or even a sentence, or even an intent that is different from a thought, or a word, or an action. So, meaning that, let's say someone sinned and the person did not really repent and the person just prayed, and thank God for how everything went in the day and just slept off. Let's say the person did not even complete the prayer, or let's say the person completed a normal prayer and then just slept. Now, because of that sinful act that the person made, that is going to influence the kind of revelations or even information that the person is going to receive in the dream. Because you have to know that the dream world has a certain energy that transcends time and space,
Hmm.
meaning that there are certain revelations that people get in the dream that they feel like, what is this? And before they know it, that thing that they saw in the dream becomes physical reality. Whether it's something that they saw about themselves, or something that they saw about their business, or something that they saw about a nation, or a total stranger, or someone that's not yet existed, or someone who exists that's not in this dimension, or someone that has existed, or someone who even currently exists that is in a different part of the world altogether. So just think about the alacrity of it. You have
Wow.
received a message from the future about what is going to happen in a person's life. What do you do about it? If you cannot reach the person, let's say you do not remember the person's number or how the person looks or the person's name or some certain information that will enable you to find the person in this realm. What you do is to pray about the person. You
Right.
pray. That's why it's good to pray about every dream. Ask God to take care of every individual that's been represented in the dream that you had. Whether you understand the dream to any level in general, make sure you pray about the people involved. Because even if you did not see any person, any human being in the last dream you had, and you feel like it's a very weird dream, know that even over 5 people must have been involved in that dream that you didn't see any human being.
Wow.
That is it. So
Amazing.
there's a way your actions influence the kind of dreams that you have. That's why it's good to ask God for forgiveness, before you sleep, so that the kind of energy that will be the base energy for revelations to come in your dream world will be the kind that will not be negative. That is
Amazing.
it.
Amazing. And also, I'm just going to add to this one thing that Father reveals to, well, some those of us who dream a lot is when you are going to bed. Let's say there's something on your mind, and you ask Him. For instance, one of it being what is going on in the Middle East. When I said to Father a few days ago, I said, "Please show me exactly what is going on." In that dream, He showed me what is going on, and then I woke up and I saw on my pillow worship. And I'm like, worship? How do I worship over this thing when you've showed me all these crazy things going on? And then I saw, as soon as I asked the question, the worship changed to worship. So
Yeah,
worship and worship became the same. And then this morning, when we went before Him and we were praying, what came was worship. As we prayed and worshipped, we saw the worship. Amazing. Something that happened a couple of days ago, or about a week ago. We went into prayer and we saw exactly that. So what you are saying is so true. What is on your mind? Sometimes you go into the dream state with it, and then it reveals more to you. It opens up more for you to have understanding. Amazing. Isn't it awesome
yeah,
to learn the realm of the dreams?
yeah. So, Auntie, because of time, I won't be able to talk about all the points. So, I'm thinking that next time, by God's grace, we'll still talk about realms. So, there will be a part 2 in which I'll talk about the remaining realms because we're supposed to talk about angelic realms, numerical realms, ancient realms, day realms, night realms, mountainous realms, mountain realms, and a lot of other realms that we're supposed to talk about. Even the rest of the parts of this dream realm. But before I just round up in prayer, there's one more point that it's not too long. I'll just say the remaining of the part 2 of this topic by God's grace.
Okay.
So the points that I'm going to talk about, I just skipped to the last top, point. You know. So the name of this point is the mental realm. I want to let you know that the mental realm is a realm that rules over every other realm in the spirit world. I want to let you know that the realm of your mind has huge power and authority, a kind of power and authority that enables you to rule over the entire planet. It's just that you are the one that's limiting the level of authority and influence that you have over everyone in the entire planet at any point in time, past, present, or future. The mental realm is a kind of realm that can control the level of influence that even angelic realm has even over your life and even over other people's life
Wow.
and even over other nations' life. I want to let you know that the mind is like a portal that has a mind of its own. Yes, so this portal can control the kind of things that will pass through it into this world and any other world, and can control the kind of things that will leave this world into any other kind of world.
Wow.
Yes, I want to
Wow.
let you know that your world can even control to a certain extent your destiny. Your own mental realm can control to a certain extent your own destiny and the destiny of other people's life. Both people that you know and people that you don't even know their name, have only seen their image. Your mental realm can control the person who is going to rule a nation in the next election.
Wow.
Whether you even believe in it or not, that is the power your mental realm already has. Your mental realm can create gods. It can even create demigods. Your mental realm can create archangels and even angel-like beings, beings that are even more superior to archangels. Yes, your mental realm already rules over this world and every other world. It's just that because of your mindset, you have not been able to participate in the level that you should. And other evil powers and evil human beings are doing the job you're supposed to do. So if you want to know more about this mental realm, because what I'm not going to teach in the part two of this topic, which is realms, what I'm not going to teach about in this part two of this topic that we're going to do later by God's grace is in a book that I have. So the surprise that Auntie was talking about is that I have a book. This book is already out on Amazon and its paper version is also already out. So the thing about this book is that the name of the book is called Frequencies and the Power of the Mind. Even from my own perspective, after reading the book is exceptionally amazing. It's so powerful and it's so beautiful and it's so, in fact, it's like a version of me that is talking to me and to anyone who reads the book. That is how amazing this book is, really. And I'm not saying it because I'm the one, who wrote the book. The book is actually the kind that will let you know the kind of power that God invested, literally a piece of God Himself that God has put inside of the consciousness of man. And that is what the mind is. I'll let you know about the frequencies of the mind. I'll let you know the classes of angelic beings that you can create with your mind, not saying something that you pray and fast for 7 days, 100 days. This is something that you can do instantaneously, even with a single thought, without speaking. I'll let you know the amount of powers that you have in your mind. Because what a lot of people are running around looking for is already stored within their subconscious, unconscious, and their conscious. And that is the mind. So
Amazing.
this book this book is
Amazing.
called Frequencies. Yeah,
Yes.
frequencies, frequency as in one frequency, but plural frequencies and
Yeah.
the power of the mind. So it's on Amazon.
Frequencies is on
So
Amazon.
yeah,
Frequencies and the power of the mind. I'm going to post it on my Facebook. So those of you who are here will all have it. Frequencies and the power of the mind by Prophet Ezekiel C. Emmanuel. Let's all go
yeah,
and get this. It's on paperback and it's also available now on Kindle. So let's get a copy of this book. Let's get a copy of this book. I'm going to post it, like I said, on my Facebook. So these are exciting times. So we are going to do part one of these teaching realms next week, Sunday, hopefully. We are not going to talk about the mind anymore because the book is available for us to buy, purchase, and also and start reading and receiving understanding from the mind about the realm of the
yeah,
mind. Yes, frequencies and
yeah.
the power of the mind. Yes, thank you, Caroline. My nightingale. But Caroline is 8 hours away from me, so we are only able to talk in the evening. So I call her my nightingale. Thank you for coming on this morning. Thank you all. I see Comfort the Day. I see Barbara Muyangwa. Thank you for coming. And the other lady who was on before is Shana. Thank you so much. And I'm sure a lot of other people are watching from all over the world. We are so grateful and honored to have you all. And Ezekiel, we are really honored to have you this today as well. And as you
Yeah, I
know,
was doing that.
yes, for a closing prayer for all of us. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So, in Yeshua's name, in the mighty name of Jesus, Father Lord, we thank you for the great and awesome and beautiful things that you have done in the timeline of this day. Thank you for even all the ancient realms that you have created for our good. Thank you for the unique display of love that you have shown to your own offspring in the numerous creations of realms you have created for us that within your spirit and even within the spirit of your Son, Jesus Christ, and even within the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Father, for even all these realms that are already waiting there for us to access them. It's like infinite worlds that we can explore and we can even express to other individuals to find. Thank you for all these amazing wonders you have done. Receive all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise in Yeshua's name. Also, Elohim, I also pray that even let there be an expression of the influencing force of the realms of amazing miracles, specific miracles that people need. Decree and declare that let the force of the realm of that miracle influence every activity that they're going to engage in. Everyone listening to me right now, and even the ones that are yet listening to me, decree and declare that let there be a force of the blessings of God that's already been stored in all these different realms. Let their force influence every activity you're going to engage in Yeshua's name. From now henceforth, let all of them be done in Yeshua's name. And let all the things that you hope for that is in line with the will of God, decree and declare that let every one of them be expressed in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Thank you,
Amen.
Father, for everything. Save all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amazing.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Love you and love you all. Love you, family. You are such
Love
amazing.
you.
The Lord be with you and guide you and protect all of you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.